Greetings, my healers, this is Nick Kentel, and welcome back to Pokemon Academy Live Forever. It's Thursday morning and Professor Cherry is still here, our substitute teacher, a beautiful one. Good morning, everybody! Whoa, that's definitely a tone of change from yesterday. You've got your test coming up later today. I expect everyone should be entirely prepared. Remember, as long as you have 3 increases to your critical hit ratio, your hits are guaranteed to be critical. As long as the opponent isn't under the effect of Lucky Chant and doesn't have the abilities Shell Armor or Battle Armor. That's right, please raise your hand next time, Hilbert, but that's right. Exactly, Hilbert, please raise your hand. But he's smiling, look at that. Ugh, seeing Hilbert actually liking class makes me feel worse than an all-nighter. Whitney? Why are you always staring at Dr. Cherry? Huh? What? Staring? I'm not staring, you're staring! You liar! Is there something happening here? No, Doctor, sorry. Please ignore me. I see your face is all red, Whitney. Whitney, right? I feel like I know you from somewhere. Outside of class, I mean. Nope, absolutely not. Not a chance. Well, as long as you pass this week's quiz, you could be a board member, and I'd still be happy to see you. Get out your pencils and pens, everyone. You still have 2 more hours of notes I can cram in you before the exam. Alright, homeroom is over, and I need to get my ice proficiency up to catch up with their teammates. See, they're still at level 23, so... Oh yeah, I'm going to put Frost at the top. There you go. And I'm going to Ice class. Oh, Grusha's not here again. Grusha, it's pronounced Grusha. You chose Ice? Yes, go to Ice class. Whoa, Ethan, you alright? What? Do I look tired? Yeah, man, I'm fine. You don't look fine, you have those para-orbital dark circles under your eyes. General studies? I've got a very special guest for my darling snow cones today. It's my Auroras, who's all ready to cool down the weather. Won't that be fun? We can make little igloos to keep you cozy or build precious smiling snowmen at any time of the year. Oh, there are plenty of Pokemon which bring winter wherever they go. A Bomber Snow, for example, or some Alolan Ninetales. Snow and hail can help your team in battle too. Hailstones may give some Pokemon little ouchies, but not ice types. Pokemon with Slush Rush, like Cetitan, grow faster in cold weather. Pokemon with Snow Cloak, like Alolan Sandshrew, grow more evasive instead. Pokemon with Ice Body, like Vanillite, gain health. And all Ice Pokemon gain a boost to their defense. See, isn't that lots of fun? All you need is a Pokemon that learns Snowscape. Now let's all get bundled up and make snowballs! Melanie reveals a surprisingly strong throwing arm. I'm so sorry if I butchered the English accent. The standard one. I said I don't want to offend any English people. Classmates' bonds increased, including with Hilbert. Look at that! You can see Hilbert smiling this way when you bond with him this way. If your bond with him is high enough. And it's noon, so that means it's gym class. And thus concludes the lecture. Bruno, who shall our courageous students be contending against in today's challenge? I see you opened that I see you opened that thesaurus I bought you for your birthday. I indeed did. That was an exceedingly generous gesture, and I acquired numerous enjoyable novel vocabulary. In any case, the partners for today's battles will be... Red and Yellow. Of course, Red gets teamed up with this bitch. I'd like to apologize in advance. Hey, it's alright. No, I'm actually really bad at battling and training. I can see that. I used to get through the tall grass in Viridian Forest by just running at top speed before the Pokemon could jump out at me. I can count the number of battles I've won on one finger. I sometimes lose fake arguments in the shower. With yourself, of course. I once battled a Magikarp and it swept my whole team. Holy shit, you really suck, Yellow. But it was Blue's Magikarp, so... Well, he probably evolved now. Come on, it can't really be that bad, can it? I guess you'll find out. Maybe we'll be paired up with someone just as weak. Nope, you're wrong, Yellow. No such luck. It's the Galarian girls right here, and I still can't get over how busty Sonia is. Look at this. Hey. So we're battling you two? Right then, let's get on with it. Nessa looks at Yellow, then back at you. Here's an idea. How about we use Here's an idea. How about we just use one Pokemon for this battle? All of us just using one? Oh, that's an idea. What do you think, Red? Nessa must know that Yellow didn't pass the last quarter clashes. Or maybe she just overheard our conversation. Either way, she's trying to do something to even the odds. Nice of her. If I take the deal, then I'll probably have to contend with Nessa's Dreadnought and Sonia's Yamper. Well, should I do it? I'll use the first Pokemon on my party if I do. Honestly, no. Let's go all out. Fuck you, Yellow. We're going all out. Righto, let's have at it then. Oh, by the way, Sonia's eye color is really pretty. Look at that. Okay, the sky became snowy. I start with Nasty Plot. And Bite Yamper for now, because Dreadnought knows a protecting move. Splinter Shield. Look at that. Nasty Plot. There you go. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, now use Dazzling Gleam on the both of them. Try it. Use Bite on Dreadnought. Ooh! Wow, Frost, you're amazing! Look at that! Took out two Pokemon at once. Good girl. And Dedenne is next. And Bruxish. Okay, super effective on Bruxish. Now use Aurora Beam on Dedenne and, let's see, Pursuit or Bite. Bite on Bruxish. Go ahead. Okay, good, good. Okay, super effective on Bruxish. Oh, he took out his own teammates. Wow, bad Dedenne. That sucks, dude. Now use, let's see, what do I want to use? Try Draining Kiss on Dedenne and you use Quick Attack. Okay. Okay, Frost gained her health back. Oh! You're targeting your teammate again, Dedenne, but you took out Rattata. Okay, Choo-Choo is last. Choo-Choo is the only two. Spiky-eared Pichu, huh? How does Yellow have a spiky-eared Pichu along with Ethan? They both have spiky-eared Pichus. I just noticed that. Use Dazzling Gleam, maybe? And Sweet Kiss on Dedenne. Wow, good girl, Frost. That Nasty Plot is really helping. The Sweet Kiss? Hey! Oh, you recovered HP, I get it. Use Aurora Beam on Sudowoodo and, let's see, Tail Whip on the both of them. Good job, good girl, Frost. Alright. Oh, Parabolic Charge. Well, I guess that's me out then. I'm sorry. Fuck you, Yellow, I can do this myself. Use Draining Kiss on Dedenne. Come on, Frost, you're on your own. You got this. Oh. Come on, now use Draining Kiss again. There you go. Good girl. And what is those next? Snubble is next. Oh, Intimidate. Ouch. So, Aurora Beam. Ooh, Never Melt Ice boosted that Aurora Beam. Well done. Okay, Fido is last. Okay. Honestly, Fido is such a cute Pokemon. Look at him. Look at them. A dog Pokemon made out of dough. That's so cute. Now use Aurora Beam. Well done. That Never Melts Ice along with the Nasty Plot Fairy. That's a sick combination, I tell you. Okay, I won the battle myself. No thanks, Yellow. I did it myself. Impressive. You aren't bad at all. Thank you, Nessa. Forgive me for this one, but I honestly didn't expect you to pull it off. Hey, what's that mean? We're battle teammates, right? Sure, but I've got a whole year of experience on you. Come to think of it, Sonny, what happened to your Pokemon last year? What do you mean, Ness? Well, your Pokemon are a bit low-leveled, aren't they? And they're unevolved too. That's sort of what happens when you fall out of practice, when you don't pick up a Pokeball for a year. And I never evolved most of my Pokemon because, well... Would you throw something at me if I said it was because Yampa's too bloody cute to give up? Aw, man. You're impossible. It wasn't really that, though. Truth be told, evolved Pokemon are harder to command, and I wasn't sure if, you know... Well, no wonder you lost then. Ooh, savage. Ness! If it helps at all, I understand where you're coming from, Sonia. I don't really want to evolve my Pokemon either. Too bad! Thanks. But you failed to clear the first round of the quarter clashes, didn't you? Yes. Wonder if there's a connection there. Yes, I wonder that too, Nessa. Ness, honestly, when did you get so sassy? Being around Raihan against reforged all the sass synapses in my mind, I think. I didn't have anyone to match up against before now. I think I just realized the importance of keeping Nessa and Leaf away from each other, or Nessa and Raihan. Honestly, I like Nessa's sass. She's great. That'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Alright, we're going to the cafeteria, and I remember that Red was supposed to talk to May, right? Let's see. Where is she? Yup, May. Ah, there she is. Hey, May, got a question for you. Sure, Red, what's up? You've heard about Dawn's birthday, right? Yep, Leaf invited all of the old Dorm 251 to come. Well, I was trying to think of what a good present would be, but, I'm kinda tight on money. So then, I thought maybe I could make the cake. I'm not half bad at cooking myself, but I don't have, like, any ingredients or cooking tools. I was wondering if you know where the best place to go for that stuff would be. Oh, that'd definitely be the cooking club. We have a cooking club? Yup. It was only started a week or two ago, I think. Anyway, they have ingredients, ovens, stoves, all that stuff. It's all completely free to use for club members. Well, that's where our tuition is going, I guess. I want to join myself, but, you're still in the coordinator club. Oh no, there she is! May Birch, get back here and go over your footwork one more time! What a bitch. Jeez, from what I've been hearing of the coordinator club, it sounds like their training has become as intense as the battle teams. At least we only train on specific dates. Fridays. Well, where would I find a cooking club? Maybe the kitchens? Hey, did I hear you mention the cooking club? Yeah, hi. It's Mallow. Look at that. Mallow's introduction is in week 7, and honestly, that artwork doesn't look right. It does shading and the coloring like reds. I wonder if her model is going to be updated in later updates. I don't think I've seen you before. You're Red Rose, duh! Everyone knows you! Another Alolan character in Kobukan in this game besides Olivia, who teaches the Rock class, by the way. Rock elective. I guess I did kinda stand out. My name's Mallow Pulu Pulu, and I'm the sous chef of the cooking club. Alola! Mallow makes a rainbow gesture with her hands. Like SpongeBob from the episode Idiot Box. Imagination. You've seen that episode, right? Of course you have. Who hasn't? Alola? Like the region? It means hello in the old Alolan language. The region was named after our word for hello. That's because we're famous for our hospitality. Alola's a fantastic place to visit over summer break, you know, and not just because of the gorgeous weather. And in the Sun and Moon games, Red and Blue go to Alola for their honeymoon, aside from the battle tree. Wink wink. The Aether Foundation's got an amazing internship program. This girl's enthusiasm is kinda infectious. I suspect she might work for the Alolan Tourism Board. And if she doesn't, they should hire her. Sounds pretty great, but you mentioned the cooking club? Or I did anyway. Oh! Right, I got so excited to sell you on Alola, I completely forgot why I was here. We at the cooking club would love to have you. I'd love to check it out. I'm part of the battle team, but it would be fun to drop into the club once in a while. Right now, though, I'd like to make a cake for a classmate of mine, Dawn Burlitz. Mallow? No, I don't think I know that name. Mega Altaria, Fart My Pikachu? Oh, right. You know, I was really surprised to see another of your Pikachu. I thought they were all extinct. Huh? You know something about my Pikachu? I sure do. Every Alolan does. Well, actually, I guess some younger people might not know, but I'm really into Alola's history and lore and stuff. And I just love sharing my passions, so getting to share my love of cooking and my secret knowledge of your Pikachu is like a dream come true. It's like a warm day on Akala's beaches. So will you? What'll you give me for it? I see. Oh, you want Red's money, don't you? Jeez, look, I'm kidding. We Alolans are famously generous. I'll give it all to you all for free. Just drop by the student center after classes today, okay? I'll tell the head chef to organize a meeting of the cooking club. Wow, thanks. That's really kind of you. Thanks a lot, Mallow. That's just how we Alolans are. I'll see you later today. Alola! Alola, Mallow. What a nice girl. Maybe I should look into this Aether Foundation internship program she mentioned. If all Alolans are as nice as her, it might be a really great way to spend a summer. Well, Lusa means not very nice. Let's see. Independent. What's Professor Cherry teaching today? Excuse me, Dark type. Yes, thank you. You chose the independent table? Yes, go to the independent table. And study. Ask Professor Cherry for tutoring. Oh? Well, sure. I always like to see my students take an active interest in their education. My research recently has been mostly on dark Pokemon. How about that? And be tutored on dark types. Professor Cherry delivers an impromptu lecture. You note and take notes diligently. Great. Your dark proficiency increased to 25.5. Awesome. And lastly, flying class for today. You chose flying? Yes, go to flying class. Ethan is sneakily playing on his Game Boy Advance. Hope the teacher doesn't see. I like how Ethan's expression looks right there. He looks pretty cute if you ask me. And general studies. Seeing all the Swablu in the fields is so nostalgic. Swablu was the first Pokemon I ever caught. My Altaria carries me around now, but I remember when she could fit in my hand. Oh, I remember when my cats could fit in my hand when they were kittens. Swablu used to be kind of unpopular. People said Altaria wasn't worthy of being a dragon. It felt like nobody outside of Hoenn used one. They've changed their minds after seeing what Mega Altaria can do. I have mixed feelings about that. On the one hand, a dragon/fairy combination is super powerful, and I love seeing Altaria in top-tier battles. But it feels like I'm giving something up by transforming my Altaria. The flying type, for one thing. I love that part of her, even if it makes her weaker. So I've been trying out Z-moves instead. Kahili from Alola's Elite Four gave me the idea. No offense to Mega Altaria fans. It's the perfect combination of floof and power. It's just kind of not my thing. Who the fuck even says floof? I don't use that word. Winona bemoans the lack of Alolan students to give her Z-move dance tips. Classmates' bones increased. Okay, Dawn has an Altaria, so she would pretty much be offended by Winona's comment. It's evening, so we're back in homeroom, and it's time for the quiz. Oh, look at that. Professor Cherry doesn't look happy. Professor Cherry's just been staring at us for the past 3 minutes, holding a sheet of papers tightly in her hand. I guess she's nervous about how this test will go. She didn't really have time to prepare us properly for the last one, but she has for this one, so this test will determine if she could salvage something out of Professor Oak's class. It's time. This isn't a midterm or a final exam or anything of that nature, so don't stress out about it. Lead by example, Professor! But, on the other hand, it's obvious to see how much she cares. I hope I don't let her down. One last thing, if you see a move or ability you don't recognize, you're allowed to use your phones. There's no shame in looking it up. What a generous professor you are. That's nice. I've memorized most moves and abilities, but it might be a nice refresher for the other students. Oh, thank God. Take out your writing implement, students. Remember that this is a graded test. Take it seriously. All you need to know is that the opponent Togekiss does not have hustle or serene grace. I believe in you. Aw, that's what every professor should say. Okay, Red versus Professor Cherry again. Okay, so look at that. Togekiss is at level 40, and his defense is a +6, special defense +6, and speed is -6. And all these Pokemon's attacks are at -6, and they're at higher levels than Togekiss, but he still has an advantage over them. So you need to think. So what you want to do is use Switcheroo from Linoone to Ariados, and Ariados, let's see, hold on, let's take a look. Ariados, it had gained, wait a minute, never mind. You'll find out. Use Cross Poison on Togekiss and use Doodle. Rhyphaia used Doodle. Okay, Linoone used Switcheroo, and Ariados gained the Scope Lens. That increases the critical hit for Ariados' attack, Cross Poison. And there you go, Ariados used Cross Poison, and it's a critical hit on Togekiss, and Togekiss is down. Congratulations, you passed your Professor Cherry quiz for the second time. And there we go. You took the words right out of my mouth, Red. There we go. I'm pretty confident in my answers for this. There's a pregnant pause as the last person stands up and delivers their paper to Professor Cherry's desk. You can leave now if you want. None of us are moving an inch until we know how we did. That's right, Doc. I even went to sleep early the past few days so I wouldn't be so exhausted for the morning lectures. Coming from Flannery, that really means a lot. I studied harder for this test than I ever have before, Professor. Professor Oak's quizzes have always been a bit touch and go for me, but I didn't want to let you down. I really appreciate everything you've done for us, and, I didn't want you to feel like your efforts were wasted. Low-key, look at that. Dawn's hand is close to Professor Cherry's crotch. That's pretty, no. Pervert. So, I paid attention. I actually cared about what was being taught, and I think I did all right. You've been building this up all week, Dr. Cherry. No way we can just go to sleep and find out our grades tomorrow morning like normal. Look at that. The students love Professor Cherry. You are all excellent students. I hear you loud and clear. Let the grading commence. Chris finally looks directly at the stack of tests and pulls out a red ballpoint pen. Flannery Moore? Passed! Hilbert von Schwarzdrachen? Passed! Look at that, they're smiling. Whitney Milton? Passed! Leaf Green? Passed. May Birch? Passed! Red Rose? Ooh, points. Passed! What about Dawn Burlitz? You haven't graded Dawn's test yet. This goes on for a while, with Professor Cherry reading the names of all the students who passed. Occasionally she will flip a page over and just wince, skipping to the next test. Probably the students who talked badly about Red failed. But not often at all. Incredible work, everyone! I'm so proud of you. Over 95% of you passed, and the 5% of them failed. That's extremely good for this class, but for any class, really. I knew you were all great students. We couldn't have done it without you, Doc. Ah, what a compliment. Tomorrow, we'll do something special. Bring your best battling Pokemon to class, okay? I'll see you all then. Okay, class is over, school's over. By asking around, you are able to find direction to the Cooking Club's club room. Where's Mallow? Huh. This club room looks almost exactly like Mom's kitchen in Pallet Town. Just with way more expensive equipment. Alola! Welcome to the Cooking Club. Happy to be here. Where's everyone else? No one else is here. Oh, wait, is it just you? The head chef is here too, sometimes. Oh, right, you said you were the sous chef. That means second in command, right? Oh, good, so you know a bit about the kitchen. My mom used to rope me into the cooking. She'd put on a fancy Colossian accent and refer to me as Signore del Chef. Okay, so a mixture of Italian, German, and French. Wow, that's very wrong, but it's still cute. Yeah, we had fun. So, mind if I just get started? I think I can handle a basic cake. Oh, like, alone? No? Great, I'm happy to help. It's no problem, and Alolan will always help someone in their home. I think she might be a bit lonely. No wonder she tried so hard to get me to join. Okay, so this is the oven. This is where you put the cake after you've mixed the ingredients together. In order to do that, you're going to want to whisk. I know what an oven is. And a whisk. Of course, don't baby red, please. Despite Mallow's clear disbelief in your cookery skills, you eventually managed to make a fairly decent cake that should serve about 20 people, and put it in the oven. You have to admit that Mallow clearly has more experience in the field than you, but you managed to hold your own. Wow, you actually know what you're doing. Told ya. I'm sorry. I've just never known a guy who could so much as boil an egg without burning it. That's... You think back to some of the breakfast you had back in Dorm 151, where you were quickly appointed the only person in the dorm who can make a satisfying meal. Probably accurate more often than not. Anyway, the individual layers should each take about half an hour to cook, so we've got some time. You mean bake, not cook. Maybe you could tell me what you know about my Pikachu now? Sure, I've gotta say, I'm surprised he's such a cute and friendly little guy. He's nothing at all like the folklore says. He's nothing at all like the folklore says. Beg pardon? Oh, you don't know? That's practically the title of my autobiography. Oh. I had gas in my throat, sorry. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this then. I'm not sure it's something you'd want to hear. Come on, Mallow, tell me the story. Hey, maybe not, but we're at school to learn uncomfortable truths, right? Lay it on me. Okay. So, you may know Alola is a proud nation of 4 islands. Thousands of years ago, each of these islands had a king. Sure. These kings had a pact of protection with each other. If any of their islands will be attacked, then the other kings, their armies, and their partner Tapus will come to their aid. Alright, the Tapus are the guardian deities of the islands. I know. Oh, do you know Alolan folklore as well? Nah, but I know Pokemon. The Tapus are way more than just Pokemon. My bad. It's alright, we Alolans are famously forgiving. What else are you Alolans famous for? Anyway, this was short after the Third Univan Civil War, when the kings of Unova were overthrown. Sorry, I think I'm missing some historical context. Oh, well, I don't really know much about their history. I think they had 2 dragons fight each other, and the dragons ruined the country, so the people got angry and overthrew the kings. Oh, I think I heard about that. And then they installed a president, right? And then that president had a Pikachu like lightning.
Pika!
That's right, and everything was fine for a while, but as the Univans cycled through presidents, their policies changed, and then... Boom! The Univans invaded! Huh? Who? Alola, of course! Oh... There were a bunch of factors, but basically the Univans wanted our land to create banana farms. The biggest thing was that we had kings, though. The Univans didn't like that. Were your kings, like, corrupt or evil or something? They're historical figures, so it's hard to know objectively, but nothing in our history says they were. So the Univans attacked our shores, intent on liberating us from our kings. Our kings rode out to meet them, astride their water-type Pokemon, their partner Tapus behind them. They knew they didn't have a chance. The Univans were backed up by an impossibly large force of Liberation Pikachu. Right. From what the kings knew, the battle was a foregone conclusion. The Liberation Pikachu had strange and unnatural powers. They could copy the abilities of their allies, and even their enemies. They could summon warrior spirits to aid them in battle, and were even able to strike with the force of the mega-evolved Pokemon from Kalos. So, they thought they'd already lost when they rode out to fight the Unova Navy. Yep, but the deities urged them to fight anyway, so they did. And this is the strangest thing. During the fight, apparently, none of the Liberation Pikachu used their powers. It seemed as though they were entirely unwilling to fight, or almost like they couldn't for some reason. Really? They just refused to fight? That's what the folklore says. So then the guardian deities absorbed their Z power from the kings, and turned into 4 giant glowing golden guardians of Alola. The stories say their legs straddled the islands like a colossus. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the part where history becomes mythology, right? Like Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology. Oh no, this really happened. Well, I believe she thinks it happened. And then, in a single mighty blow, the 4 guardians wiped off 75% of the attacking Unova Navy! Good for them. And what about the Liberation Pikachu? Well, the Unovans were coming by boat, and Pikachu can't swim super well, so... Oh, they drowned, didn't they? The ones that survived didn't have enough of a breeding population left, and, apparently when 2 Liberation Pikachu breed, there's no guarantee that the resulting Pichu will even become a Liberation Pikachu, so... So that's how they went extinct. Yep. Is this the part where you say we Alolans are famously good at winning wars? Ha, no! I'm proud of my home region, but I'm not that callous. Sorry, little guy. Just give him a scratch behind the ears. He'll forgive anything after that. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me talk your ear off. Hey, I think I benefited more. I didn't know any of that stuff about lightning. Sonia's got the biology part covered, but I was completely lost on the history part. I'm serious! I never get the chance to talk to anyone about Alolan history, or cooking actually. There was an incident a few years ago, and now there are barely any Alolans at the school. And Instructor Olivia just depresses me, plus I can't get anyone to join the club. I mean, you can see how much activity the club gets. We've been here for hours, and nothing's happened. Really? What about the head chef? He has a lot going on. He doesn't often show up. It's only been a couple weeks though, so hopefully we'll get to see him more later when he clears out his schedule. I have a feeling that the head chef is probably Brock, since if you watch the anime then you know he did a whole lot of cooking. I could be wrong though. I think he has a few too many hobbies, but he's the best chef I've ever met, so I'm willing to put up with it. Too many hobbies? Is that hinting to Brock? And he somehow secured the funding for this massive club room, and all the ingredients, despite the fact this is a club of 1 person. Well, I'll have to drop by to keep you company once in a while. Don't want all this funding to go to waste. That'd be great! Maybe you can bake something for Blue in the future. It's not like we're hurting for funding, but we also have a selection of Poké Treats that we sell to other students. The head chef makes them himself. Oh, you're free to buy some yourself, of course. Poké Treats? They're a special kind of Pokemon food that lure wild Pokemon of a specific type to your location. They're not edible by humans, though. Don't try it, no matter how delicious they smell. Would you like to see our collection? Every Poké Treat is 1,000 Pokédollars, but lasts a long time, no matter how many Pokemon you attract or how long you stay out. 1,000 Pokédollars, that's way too much. Nah, I'm good. Save your money, Red. Alright, if you ever change your mind though, just come back here to the excuse me. Alright, if you ever change your mind though, just come back here to the student center. I'll usually be in the kitchen. Oh, your cake is done! I guess that means you're leaving then? What are you talking about? I've still got to decorate it, don't I? I'll be here for another hour at least. Come on, give me a hand. Okay. Alright, I've been thinking about going to seek out Silver's gang and train up my Pokemon and go back to my dorm and end the video. I'll be right back. Yo, I'm back. I just finished training. I leveled up my Pokemon. Well, Lightning didn't level up. He fainted, poor guy. But look at this. Howlite learned Swords Dance, and Savage learned Crunch. Good. Look at my Pokemon. And look at the amount of battles I won, 233. But still, I won't get that many experience points. I guess in my throat again, god damn it. Yes, I'm sure. Let's go back to campus. Okay, everyone gained experience points as usual. Of course, I know. And it's nighttime. Of course we're going to text someone. I should text someone before I head to bed. You know, I haven't texted Blue in a while, so I feel like texting him. You want to text Blue? Yes, text Blue. Silence at first, and then... I'm in the other goddamn room, you idiot! Just yell! You spent some time yelling at Blue before drifting off to sleep. Serena has calmed down, and thank you, Gardenia. And this is the last day of having Professor Cherry as a substitute teacher, but I'm going to stop right here, so thank you, my healers, for joining me on this adventure. Feel free to give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't get on my bitter side.